What are the best indoor shows at Walt Disney World? Hi, my name is Alyssa Layne and welcome to my channel. Today I am ranking the best indoor shows at the Walt Disney World Resort. At number 14 is both Reflections of China and O Canada from the World Showcase in Epcot. Now, these are both Circle Vision 3D films about their respective nations. And the videos are like a cross between a documentary and a travel ad, which is a lot of fun to watch. The show buildings are dark and well air conditioned, but the biggest drawback about these shows is that you have to stand for the duration of the show. And if I'm gonna stop on a park day and go inside and watch a show, I want the chance to sit down while doing it. Next up is Country Bear Jamboree in the Magic Kingdom. Now, the only reason this isn't higher on my list is how dated it is. Now, that is almost an attractor for me personally. I tend to like a lot of the older attractions that exist, but some people don't, and a lot of people don't enjoy the music either, so this show can be hit or miss with different guests. Sharing number 12 is the American Adventure and Impressions de France from Epcot. Now, these are very similar movies to those I talked about at the number 14 slot, but you get to sit down in a traditional theater for both these shows. Also, the American Adventure recently got some pretty significant renovations, which you can learn about in this video right here in the corner, which is also linked in the description box below this video. The only Animal Kingdom show is It's Tough to Be a Bug. Now, I love this attraction. I love the film, the animatronics. I even love the queue, which is in the roots of the Tree of Life. But the problem with the show is that it is in 4D, which usually isn't an issue, but the effects cause issues for children almost every time I see this show. There's the sensation of bugs running underneath you and behind you, as well as different air and water effects. And there's always at least one poor child in hysterics before we even hit the halfway point in the show. So just be fair warned before going on to this show. At number 10 is the Hall of Presidents in the Magic Kingdom. Now, this show is historical in nature, but when I was little, it could not keep my attention at all. I always slept through it, which I likely needed as a small child. Another issue is that this show has come under scrutiny lately for the quality of the President Trump animatronic. So take that as you will, but the really cool thing about this show is the sheer number of animatronics and how they all look lifelike even when they're not the one speaking. Next up is the Star Wars Launch Bay Theater at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Now, this is an optional film that you can see before going into the launch bay, and it serves as a celebration of Star Wars and as a trailer for upcoming installments. This is fun and easy to do if you're already headed into the launch bay. Also at Hollywood Studios is Walt Disney Presents. Now, this theater runs different shows depending on the day. And it often runs special promotions and previews of upcoming Disney films that are going to be released. But when it's not doing that, it runs a film called One Man's Dream, which is all about Walt Disney and how he built the theme parks and the process of that, which is a must-watch if you're a Disney history buff. At number 7 is the Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival at Epcot. Now, the animated shorts that run before Disney and Pixar movies are honestly one of my favorite parts of watching the full-length films. I have always been fascinated with shorts. And this theater rotates through different shorts and shows them to audiences in 4D, which is an experience you can't replicate at home. At number 6 is the Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor in Tomorrowland. Now, what makes this show cool is the amount of real-time audience interaction. The monsters are putting on a comedy show, which includes a lot of interaction with the audience, including having audience members become a running joke throughout a show and giving you the opportunity to submit your own jokes to be used. Next up is a classic attraction. It is the Enchanted Tiki Room at the Magic Kingdom. Now, a lot of the animatronics are not very sophisticated, but the music and jokes still connect with audiences today, and it is one of those quintessential Disney experiences. Plus, as a bonus, you can enjoy a snack while watching this show. Mickey's PhilharMagic is a perfect show to take little kids to, as it features all the biggest Disney characters. It is also a film that's presented in 3D. And I can remember from my very first trip to Disney World as a child being so taken in by the 3D visuals that I actually tried to pop bubbles that weren't in the theater. Also, this show has an excellent collection of music from across the Disney library. At number 3 is my personal favorite indoor show. It's the Carousel of Progress. Now, this attraction actually predates the parks and is filled to the brim with Disney history. But the mechanism of the ride is a lot of fun as well. You come in and sit in the theater, and then while the stage remains stationary, you actually rotate around the stage to see the different scenes of the show. The music of this attraction is also excellent. It gets stuck in my head, which is a good thing, and reminds me that there is always a great big beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. Number 2 is an interactive show from Epcot called Turtle Talk with Crush. Now, this show is a must-do if you have young kids, but I still enjoy going and watching it as an adult. And what happens during this show is that Crush from Finding Nemo takes questions from children in the audience. He teaches them a little bit about ocean life and, of course, passes along his very chill attitude. I just love witnessing the authentic interaction between Crush and the audience. Finally, the best indoor show at the Walt Disney World Resort is Muppet Vision 3D at Disney's Hollywood Studios. This show has something for everyone in it. It's hilarious, and you don't need to be familiar with the characters to get the jokes, although fans of the Muppets will certainly appreciate getting to see them all play to their strengths. Also, the show building has some of the most fun and creative theming out of any across the entire resort, and I am so glad that this show has survived the Hollywood Studios expansions. Those are the best indoor shows at Walt Disney World Resort. Head on down to the comments and let me know what your favorite or least favorite show to watch is. And if you've enjoyed this video, first of all, click the like button to let me know, and then consider checking out this video right here, where I rank the best nighttime shows at Walt Disney World. Also, consider subscribing to my channel for even more Disney content from me. And I will see you all very soon. Bye now!